Hello, beautiful beings. Oh, I have 100% resolution for the bit of drama that's been going on in my family. Some people came from out of town, my ex-husband and his wife, and she sprayed her toxic scent all over my family and made it seem like she blatantly lied and made it seem like I was bullying her, and I didn't. And I really got in my head about it the last couple days, and also trying to get her energy out of my energy field has been a bit of a challenge. It was sticky. They're showing me it was trying to stick to me like resin just because of her deep loathing for me. But that's just a light thing. People with a much higher vibration, we have a lot more light pouring through us, and that really affects lower vibrations very negatively. It affects them positively, but they don't feel it that way at all. They just feel very stirred up around us, and of course that's our fault in their eyes. They just don't feel good around us. So, but that's fine. I feel like I've been doing really well at not being in my head about it. I was in my head about it the very first day. Like one of my lovely subscribers said that, how did you put that? You seemed off kilter. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit off kilter that day. But, I held satsang with you guys, and I just did, I got my arsenal of tools out, and I started praying for her yesterday. That's one thing I learned in AA was if there's the potential to resent somebody, then I need to pray for that person. I need to, if I want to stay spiritually fit, if I don't want to drink again, which I don't want to drink again. So I haven't had a desire to drink for a long time, but I'm not going to play patty cake with the monster. I'm not going to hold on to a resentment and just see what happens. No way. That's poisoning myself. That's letting that person's vibration be the dominant vibration in my existence. And I absolutely refuse that. I am the alpha spirit here. So when I first started praying for people, like over 20 years ago now, is when I quit drinking. And my sponsor was just like, yeah, you need to start praying for your deepest, the people that you resent the most. And I was just like, it was my dad. He was my number one resentment. And I was just like, I would try to do it. And when I would try to pray for him, his picture, like his face would pop up in my mind. And I was just like, I can't do this. I didn't want to think about him. And she said, just start saying, please bless that son of a bitch. And it worked because I was willing to do it. That's why it worked, they're saying. If I wouldn't have been willing to do it, it wouldn't have worked. I could have just went with what my mind was saying, and that was, no way, man, I'm not doing that. I don't want to think about him. I'm not doing that. But I was desperate to not drink again. I have always been desperate to feel better. Because I don't know about you, but my mind was a real tsunami for a really long time in my life, and that's why I drank. I drank because I wanted my mind to be quiet. And so I knew that doing these things that they were suggesting in AA were making my mind feel more quiet. No matter how brief of a window that was, I was getting relief because alcohol wasn't doing it anymore. Alcohol had seemed to make my mind more quiet for a long time. But then after a while, for a very long time, it wasn't making it more quiet, but then I couldn't quit drinking. So, but I did get the gift. I got on my knees one night and I asked the divine to remove the desire to drink. And what I heard was, and I didn't even realize that I could hear my guides at that point, or the divine, which is the same to me. I heard, you'll be able to hear us better when you do. Heard it loud and clear. I heard it so loud and clear over 20 years ago. I heard it just as loudly as I hear them now. Yeah. I just didn't know how to. I just knew that feeling so earnest and so desperate and just giving my life away was definitely a key to feeling that peace and quiet in my mind. So I worked today, and I woke up this morning and felt 100% peaceful about the situation, even though I didn't feel I had 100% resolution with two of my daughters, because I haven't spoken with them about it yet. And so I got home and took Doozer for a walk. And as I was walking, they said, all three of my daughters and I, we have a group chat. And so they said, just send out a group chat message, because I really needed to let this go. There's a fly in here, and flies really, really bother me. I should look up the spiritual meaning of flies, though, instead of just being annoyed by it, because he obviously has a message for me. I'm going to open the door. You must leave. No, stay, Doozer. It's okay. This fly needs to go. So I did. I came home and I said, Ancients, just please write this text for me. And I just gave my perspective, and it started with, hello, lovely daughters, and I just said I just wanted to give you my perspective of the whole thing, and clear it up as best I could. And it was a lovely message. Anytime I ask the ancients to help me or just write this message for me, anytime I ask them to do anything for me, it just works out so beautifully. So I said, I just need to let this go. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this. I just wanted you to hear my perspective. And my youngest daughter called me within moments of me sending that message, and we talked for like 45 minutes. It was so beautiful, so life-giving, right from the very, very beginning. And then I got a message from my second daughter. I call her Beauty. And it was such a beautiful message, and she was really really grateful for the message that I sent, and it cleared a lot up for her. And so now we can all let it go. And I had already spoke to my oldest daughter yesterday, and that was, amazing. So I can know this all day long, that nothing is ultimately ever going to be able to affect my relationship with my daughters. But I mean, there's just nothing more important to me in the whole world than being close to my daughters and my mom, and holding satsang. Those things right there are above and beyond, like, the most precious to my heart. And I'll do anything to keep the lines of communication open with them. And we haven't always just consistently been close, but we've always been willing to do the work that it takes to maintain and have my bond with my daughters is just such a gift. Not everybody gets to have that. And also with my mother, it's just I just couldn't feel more grateful than I do. And I feel so much relief right now too, because I was at Beauty's house when this whole thing happened, and she was the one that I was most worried about it affecting, and it had been affecting her. But then she got clarity, because we all know the truth when we hear it, and they all know my character also. So she had been a bit confused about it, but when I gave her clarity today in that message, I could feel that she felt completely better too. And by her words, she did. And I have this thing that I say to them: I love you. And she left that at the end of her message. I love you too. So I feel so relieved. I did as much as I could through this to maintain my peace, and it was so nice this morning waking up and just feeling completely protected and peaceful about the situation. No mental activity about it at all, even though it was still on my peripheral, because it wasn't quite completely resolved. I'm not sure why I'm still crying. Just feeling incredibly grateful. And also to know that
that whenever I go through a situation and experience a life lesson, I learned so much from it so I can avoid any future pain. That's really always been my motivator for growth, is so I can avoid pain in the future. and and I know for a fact that, you know, I will have to be in this person's, she will have to be in my experience, maybe a handful more times in the future is all. But I know that I won't have any expectations of her being civil to me at all. I just need to keep my side of the street clean. And that if well, yes, she will be in my experience. My oldest daughter will be getting married, and this woman will be there. So my part will be to not have any expectations of this woman and not go near her if I can at all avoid it. But if I do have to go near her, to just be myself and say hello. And but I won't expect anything back, and you know, I certainly won't say hello twice. So, but yeah, I'm so grateful that to know that, even because I could feel her energy 2 or 3 days before they even got here. And I listened to intuitive tarot readers. I've posted some on my channel. They are such clear open channels that they were picking up on her. And at first I didn't understand who this toxic female was, because I don't really hear about a toxic female in my energy. But I was feeling something. But I thought it was from this other life lesson that I was going through, that I've recently been able to let go of completely. Oh, completely. Finally. Oh my gosh. I know I've said it before, but I've never felt this way before about, no. I've never felt this level of letting go this whole time I've been going through it. So to know, I don't know exactly what I was saying, but just to know that, oh right, okay, so if in the future, when I do know that she's entering my experience in some way, and I do start picking up on her energy, I will be even more diligent, and uh, diligent. It looked like there was another word coming in. More proactive in smudging myself, and also not watching my thoughts surrounding how I'm thinking about this person, because I'm sure I was thinking about her negatively before she got here, and I don't need to do that. If anything, if she's coming in, I just need to treat her with no thought at all, just turning my attention to presence and basically bringing her presence with me into her natural state of being. She's a beautiful being. She's just highly unconscious. She's had a very rough life. And that definitely attributes to unconscious, whatever level of unconsciousness people are in. So, there was something else. Ancients, was there something else? Oh. If you're having drama in your life and you're having a hard time navigating it, we would love to talk to you about that. Hold satsang with you about that. Yeah, it keeps trying to come in. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So, me being proactive the last couple days, yesterday I actually started praying for her. Right. I started saying this in the very beginning, to pray for people for 2 weeks. And so I started doing that yesterday for her. And I also put her in what I call my God box. I'm going to show it to you. I've had many of these throughout my life, and I made one for each of my family members out of a heart-shaped box. They said they all still have them too, and they definitely use them. So this, I don't think I'll change the front. It says warmest wishes, and it's a winter scene. It's very cute, but it is an amazing box. It was
in the garbage of one of the clients that I clean for. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's going to be a perfect God box. See, it opens up and I have a bunch in there and she is right on top. I write the name and then I leave it face up. So then, here, I don't want it to all fall out. It's fine though if it does. There we go. And so then Mother Mira, when I shut the lid, she's looking down on it. And Mother Mira is a physical manifestation of the Divine Mother. And so am I, they're saying. And my mind was resisting. My mind for a split second there said, don't you say that. Don't say that. Why wouldn't I? Absolutely not. Of course I'm going to say it. Because it's the truth. There are a lot of us that are an expression of the Divine Mother. You know, that's one way she helps people on planet Earth. You know, hence the name Mama G. The G part, when Papa G gave me my name, my youngest daughter is messaging me right now. When Papa G came to me in the field that day and gave me my name, it felt so fitting because ever since I've been little, I've wanted to mother people. And I've just had such a deep desire to help humanity in such a big way. In a really big way. And that will be holding satsang with people. And this is how I'm starting out. I do get to hold satsang with people in real life also. And that is just every single time. It's well, when you're fulfilling your destiny on the planet, there's just really actually no way to describe how wonderful it feels. It's as natural as breathing. So, I think that's it for now. No matter how intense it is, it always passes, whatever the it is. I'm not saying bless that bitch. I don't hate her. I don't loathe her. I actually don't really even have bad feelings towards her. If I feel her energy, I do, but I'm not feeling her energy anymore. So I've actually been, since yesterday, so this is what I do for 2 weeks. I don't just pray for her one time. Anytime she pops into my mind, this is treating the situation. This is helping myself, but it's also helping her. So I've been saying divine, let's see, what is one that I've been putting her in? I pray only for knowledge of your will for her life and the power to carry it out. That's one of my favorites. And I've learned a whole bunch of prayers over my life. I'm not religious at all, but I do know that praying absolutely 100% helps. So I feel really good about it. As many times as she pops in, sometimes it's just, please bless her. And that's it. And then all thoughts of her are gone. It starts out as a very selfish thing for me to actually start praying for people. But it just has an effect. It releases me from that person. And also, I absolutely know for a fact that it is helping her somehow. And then after I'm done, after 2 weeks, I need to do it consistently for 2 weeks, though. There's something about that. I do it for 2 weeks, and really, I'm feeling basically nothing but compassion for that person when they pop in. So to pray for her longer than that is just then giving her too much of my attention. The practice after this 2 weeks is to really not think about her at all. When she comes in, I just turn my attention away back to presence and just starve any and all thoughts of her. So that's it. satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. I started leaving my email in the description box because somebody came in and said that they were afraid. They messaged me on my YouTube channel because they were afraid that they were going to spell satsang with Mama G wrong. So I'll leave it in the description box. I think that's it for now. We love you so much.